Thanks to Dashlink for supporting this video. I want to start today's video explaining the demographics of China. This is a very important context in understanding why Shanghai was such a critical city. If one draw a line from Heihe to Tengchong, two cities on two extreme ends of China, one would find Chinese populations extremely imbalanced on two sides. 94% of China's 1.4 billion population live in 42.9% of landmass east of the line. Shanghai, being the estuary of the Yangtze River, naturally became the center of commerce and trade centuries ago. That's why we're here discussing Tesla's Shanghai factory in the first place, not a Tianjin factory, not a Beijing factory. Recently, Tesla was approved by the Chinese government to go ahead and produce its Model 3s in Shanghai. Tesla said it could produce 1,000 cars per week by the end of the year and 3,000 per week sometimes next year. This was pretty impressive considering that the factory's construction only started in January. However, we have just learned that a final manufacturing certificate is still required for Tesla to start official production. This is likely to push Tesla's production to the end of 2019. Yet, this is not the most critical news that came out of Tesla China. It is the partnership with CATL that excited me. As I've explained before, Tesla's new battery strategy is one of independence, vertical integration, and self-reliance. Reportedly working with LG to produce batteries for Shanghai Gigafactory, LG will now split that capacity with Chinese battery giant CATL. This move is highly welcomed as CATL has an extensive reach in China, both with the government and with local supply chain. This will save Tesla a lot of time and a lot of trouble. But here is the problem. CATL is famous for its prismatic batteries instead of the cylindrical ones made by Panasonic. We will see interesting adaptations in that regard either by CATL or by Tesla. The result will be an inevitable change in battery pack efficiency, albeit a small one. Furthermore, as Tesla goes on to acquire several battery startups including Maxwell Technology and Hybar Systems, having more players in the supply chain could spread a wide net that reach out to more resources, giving Tesla more power to independently make batteries. This also comes at a time where Tesla's US domestic sales dropped for the first time in 2 years. The fall is quite dramatic, from 5.13 billion a year to 3.13 billion. A 39% drop year over year. The good news once again comes from China with 64% in sales to 669 million. Sales elsewhere rose from more than $1 billion to $1.83 billion. When production begins in China, I can only expect Tesla's Chinese sales to rise to about half that of the United States to $1.5 billion. But regardless, the major question still remains. Can Tesla succeed in China like Apple and avoid traps other American companies have fallen into? It is no secret that there are industries in China that are protected because of its developing country status, but it is also wildly inaccurate to say that all foreign companies are treated unfavorably in China. Positive examples like Apple, Qualcomm, and Boeing are extremely promising where they have dominated the Chinese market to the extent that the Chinese people and corporations use their products every day. Qualcomm chips are a big part of Chinese networks because their chips are superior to the Chinese locally produced ones. But there are also ample bad examples like Amazon and eBay where they came to China in the early 2000s with a high-handed approach, knowing they had better technologies. The result was devastating for them, missing growth opportunities and the Chinese market. Perhaps better example for Tesla is the American auto giants and their success in China. General Motors now manufactures and sells more cars in China than in the United States. 3.6 million in 2018 in China compared to a close 2.9 million in the United States. They are allowed in China and are making billions of dollars in the Chinese market. Since Tesla is in the same industry, I have no doubt that it will be subjected to the same rules that helped GM succeed, if not more favorable. We have already seen the Chinese government making a few exceptions for Tesla, exempting its tariffs and allowing Tesla to be the first wholly owned foreign auto company. So Tesla had a good start, but what else must Tesla do to succeed? The first thing is to maintain Tesla's superior brand image among the Chinese audiences, but Tesla must start its advertisement in China right away. Although Tesla is a small auto company in terms of sales, it is unique in that it spends zero in advertisements where bigger auto companies spend billions of dollars a year. This is possible because Tesla has strong followers like us who know the car's quality and are willing to refer Tesla to our friends. Word of mouth have been a strong method of growth. Same thing goes to Tesla China for the first few years. But going forward, in order for Tesla to continue its high growth in China, it has to start doing advertisement campaigns like Apple to tap into the vast market of audiences who have not learned about Tesla. Advertisements together with words of mouth should be a better approach for the Chinese audiences. The second important strategy for Tesla to take is to never yield to the pressure to make less premium cars. What Apple did right in China was that it sticked with the premium product, while its competitors like Samsung rapidly launched a variety of products for different user segments, and the results were pretty clear. Samsung diluted its premium brand and a dramatic drop in sales followed. This is a crucial lesson for Tesla to diversify and make more cars than it can handle. The current portfolio of Model S, X, and 3 and Y is optimal, catering to most segments of the Chinese population. Lastly, Tesla must act early to attract premium local suppliers. This is important in two aspects: raw material security and production cost. To be completely frank here, I was confused to have heard that Tesla decided to work with LG for battery. That was understandable since LG has worked with Tesla in making its solar batteries. But it was best working with a Chinese manufacturer instead of LG since they have better connections with the government and the suppliers. Through CATL, Tesla can get introductions to critical partners to advance Tesla's businesses in China. While Tesla is ramping up its production in the United States and China, more critical matter Tesla has to attend to is to keep its cars safe. With autopilot, Tesla software must have the tightest security measures among all cars to keep hackers from taking over control. With so many interfaces to the internet, the best chance we have is to keep our smart devices safe before it's too late. That's why I'm recommending Dashlane. With Dashlink's patented encryption storage system, not only can you update and manage your passwords easily from all your devices, you can be sure that when a data breach happens that threatens the safety of your online identity, Dashlane will keep you informed so you can rectify the situation right away. Additionally, Dashlane provides a VPN service that hides your online identity when using public or untrusted Wi-Fi networks, an extremely useful feature that I use all the time. Click on the link down below to get a free trial of Dashlane Premium for 30 days. And if you like it, Dashlane offered audiences a special 10% discount off Dashlane Premium with the code CuriousElephant. Definitely try it out today. At the end of the day, I think the right thing for us to take note is the situation of the industry. We all are aware of the 2008 and 2009 financial crisis and how that affected the automobile industry in such a huge scale. And we all remember how General Motors filed for bankruptcy in 2009. And if you're aware of what General Motors is right now, you'll be pretty surprised, because General Motors, as of last year, has made over $147 billion, and among that, 10 billion, I think 8 to 11 billion is net income. And that's a tremendous change of the complexion of the company. And I think the chief lesson that we can learn is that the automotive industry, this is the nature of the automotive industry, and you have to be frugal during the time of financial downturn so that you can turn around 10 years later when people started buying cars. And the good lesson I think we can learn from the GM lesson is that GM made a lot of money, I think, after the financial crisis in China, because the strong growth in the Chinese market and people's desire for buying a car, that could be a plus for Tesla, because Tesla right now is venturing into the Chinese market. But the negative lesson we also have to learn is that during financial downturn like 2008 and 2009, automotive companies need to spend wisely, especially for Tesla, because Tesla has been very broad. Elon Musk has always been extremely tenacious in trying to achieve what he wanted to achieve in the shortest time possible. Right now, with the Shanghai Gigafactory and with opening the announcement of the Germany Gigafactory, a very exciting announcement in the past few weeks, Tesla must learn to be frugal and spend wisely in order to be the company that we all want Tesla to be. All right, thanks so much for watching. As always, follow me at Lay Creatives on Twitter and Instagram. I love interacting with you guys over there, so I'll see you there.